I'm Conrad, and this is your Mary Pickford D-Place movie review.
3, 2, 1, go.
My name is Dr. Lily Houghton. My brother and I are looking for passage upriver.
What's out there in the jungle? It's not a fun vacation.
Well, I'm not here for a vacation.
Legend has it that there is a tree that possesses unparalleled healing power. It will change medicine forever.
And you need someone to help you find it.
Here we go.
Sometimes it just needs a bit of a...
Nobody touches my engine but me. What did I just...
There you go.
The name of the film is Jungle Cruise, based loosely on the ride that we all know in Disneyland called the Jungle Cruise. And there are some similarities. The ride at Disneyland has a river, a boat, a cruise, and an adventure. The movie has a river, a boat with a skipper played by Dwayne Johnson, and an adventure played by two characters, Emily Blunt and her on-screen brother, Jack Whitehall. They are on an adventure. Along the road, there are some unique characters that they come in contact with. One played by Paul Giamatti, who is the owner of the boat fleet on the river. Another one is played by Jesse Plemons, who for some reason is a German submarine captain also on this adventure. And then you also see many CGI characters, one of them being Egar Ramirez. All righty, there you have it. So now joining me is one of our community guest reviewers, Rocky Lewis. So Rocky, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Let's learn a little bit about you. You are a resident of the Valley, is that correct?
That's right, Cathedral City.
In Cathedral City. And how long have you been living here?
I've been living here since April 22nd.
How do you keep yourself busy here?
I'm semi-retired. I'm still a licensed psychotherapist and I'm still in practice. I have 4 clients that I see through telehealth. And other than that, I'm just trying to keep myself busy in the heat, which I don't mind at all.
You ready to review a movie?
Sure.
All right, so we're going to be talking about a Jungle Cruise. Let's start off with the plot. So the plot, in essence, for our viewers is there is a cruise that goes down a river. And usually this cruise, which has a skipper, is kind of a tourist trap for folks. He scares them. He does a lot of puns. It's kind of fun and scary at the same time. However, there is another character that comes along that wants to go for this cruise because she's in search of a special tree that has a special leaf that has some healing powers. And then from here, the adventure begins. Did the plot make sense to you? Were you able to follow it?
I was able to follow the plot. It made sense to me in that I had to a couple of times remind myself to suspend disbelief because this is, after all, Jungle Cruise. It's a Disneyland theme park ride.
Exactly. And you know what? I will agree with you on that. What I thought about the plot is of all the different ideas for an adventure cruise on the Jungle Cruise, to go after a tree with a leaf with special powers, to me was a little weak. All right, let's go ahead and jump over to the acting and to the characters. So needless to say, there are a lot of established actors in this film doing some unique characters. Were there any particular characters that you liked? Any particular actors that you thought did really well or didn't do as well? What did you think?
I thought everybody did pretty well except for one. Paul Giamatti, what are you doing? Where was your accent from?
And I will have to agree with you on the Paul Giamatti character. You know, him and Jesse Plemons, what were those accents? And I have to tell you, each time that I saw them come on screen and I saw them have to react or do some kind of reaction or do a few lines, I thought, oh, how embarrassing for you to have to be in this movie. The person who carries this film is Emily Blunt. She knows her character. She knows what she's supposed to be doing. She helps push the movie along. And even though there's some not very strong acting from Dwayne Johnson and her, I think she just helps just really push this movie along. What did you think about the CGI effects? Did you like it? Was it too much, not enough? What did you think?
Everything these days is CGI. And the trouble with it is the cuts are so quick, you can't see their work.
The camera work, for my view, for me, was way too close to what was going on. And so all you saw were arms flaring or flaming or flapping around, and you saw limbs of trees. And I just thought, why don't you back that camera up a little bit so we can see what's happening? Let's rate this baby, Rocky. So we're going to rate it on 1 to 3 palm trees. 1 palm tree, not good at all. 2 palm trees, average, 3 palm trees, the best movie you've ever seen. Rocky, why don't you go first?
1.5, 1 3/4.
I'm going to give it a 2 only because there's a 1, 2, or a 3. It's not a 1 because the reason it's not a 1 in my book, I went into this movie thinking it was going to be a 1. Thank you for joining us, and glad you were here.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.